Hello, everyone. Here I'm going to do a quick review of the Hunt Control app from WiseEye. This Hunt Control app is an incredibly genius way to take information that is built into the metadata of a picture and use that metadata to understand weather forecasts, wind directions, and speeds, really track deer movement throughout a range of barometric pressures, temperatures, moon phases. An incredible amount of data goes into it. And the Hunt Control app does a great job of organizing this so that you can use the pictures that you're already going to take with your trail cameras and repurpose them for added benefit of tracking the movement of deer in certain conditions. You can try it for free, and they also have built-in smart cameras that report straight to Hunt Control. But you can use Hunt Control with any camera that you already own today. It's just a more of a manual process to upload your pictures from your SD cards into the Hunt Control application. But once you've done that, and you can do that somewhat on a regular basis, so that you can start to pattern how deer are moving through your area. And then you can tag specific bucks, and you can showcase how a certain buck that you're maybe aiming toward as far as taking during the season and track his movements throughout the process. So I'm going to just show you a little bit of what's going on here in terms of Hunt Control. So I'll log in, and this is my login screen. And from here, it'll drop me straight to the control panel. At the control panel, I can see where the different cameras that I'm running. I have run two smart cameras from WiseEye and two non-smart cameras of various manufacturers. So those two cameras, I pull the cards and upload straight into Hunt Control through my iPhone with a SD card reading adapter bought from Amazon. Here are all the different deer images that I have, all the different hog images that I have, and I've only got a couple of turkey images. And so if you look at the dashboard here, you're really able to see how you can look at how the different cameras are listed here. I can add new cameras, and they are GPS located, so it wants to know exactly where these cameras are located on the globe. And then I can look at images by camera. So if I switch to old number 7, right, you'll see the graph change as to what I'm looking for between deer, hog, turkey. I don't think I have any pictures loaded for that one, but I'll change this one here. So I've got 2,500 pictures of deer plus 48 pictures of hog and some others, which is typically birds, raccoons, rabbits, squirrels, things like that. Even if people walk through the area, it will place the people in the other category. As I go through this, you'll see that now is the time frame in which the deer at that camera location have been reoccurring on camera. And so if I think about this strategically, I can say, you know what, I have a pretty low shot of a morning hunt, but an afternoon hunt kind of goes through the roof. So maybe I'll hunt that stand in the evening. And that's kind of how this is supposed to build out for you. And also based on years and months. But that's not important. What is important is this activity chart. So I'm going to jump over to the activity chart for you, and you'll see how I can choose a camera. But if I want all cameras, that's fine. I can choose a tag. These are all the different names of bucks that we've tagged over the course of the year. And now we can track where any one of these specific tagged bucks may exist in terms of our uh, different sites, our different plans, our different camera locations, or different feeders. I can also look at it from a different species perspective, whether it's deer, hog, or turkey. And then, of course, I can even filter it further through a specific date range. So if I want to look at the last 3 weeks of hog activity to see where the hogs are at, I can do that here. If I leave it empty, it's going to look at it from a global perspective. In other words, all the pictures that it has on its site from start to finish. But if I filter it down, I may be able to tighten the pattern up a little bit more. So I'll leave it blank, but I'm just letting you know that you can do that, right? Just simply by doing this and doing this. I'll just back it up here for a month. And you'll see I backed it up for a month for hog. Let's see where the hogs are going to be. So it's going to tell me, hey, I've got a pretty good bit of hogs in this temperature range. When the wind is out of the north, I got a lot of hog activity based on the time of day, right? So they're coming in late at night and they're coming in right in the evening. So this is really interesting way of looking at how the activity of the target animals that you're using the Wise Eye or the HuntControl app for can be patterned very specifically, even down to moon phases and barometric pressures. And to summarize it all up, you can hit the best time section here, all the way to the left. I think it's the third button down, and you can pick a specific camera, such as maybe I'm going to look at the cabin security camera, and I can look at where the best time to hunt for deer, the best time to hunt for hog, and the best time to hunt for turkey. So really cool. It also includes weather forecasting. Since all of my cameras are in the same geographical location, it shouldn't really matter which camera I pick. It should all be maintain the same amount of weather forecast. However, if you run multiple cameras in multiple states and multiple geos, each one of these may be different for you. So if you have a big ranch and you run tens of thousands of acres that go from one place to another, feel free to trust the system to give you a weather report that is individualistic for each camera location. So no worries there. I can add a new camera. By doing that, I can move this geolocation pin to wherever that camera is going to be. So I simply use the map feature and drag the button down as to where I need it to go. I don't need to create a camera right now, but I'm just letting you know that this is how you would do it. And once you were done, you would create and add images. And you would, of course, give it a name. Here are a list of the cameras that I'm currently running. I have 2 smart cameras in this area, and I have a manual camera here and a manual camera here. And if I go to the remote control, this is a really good feature about this new HuntControl and how it connects to the smart cameras. So if you have a smart camera, you can toggle it from video to photo from the comforts of your phone, your couch, your place of work, wherever you may be. You can toggle it back and forth. You can control the delay. You can control the picture size. In this case, I can always go all the way up to a really brilliant 12 megapixel. So something to consider, especially if you have a decent cell signal, because a decent cell signal for your phone is a fantastic cell signal for your camera. Uh, the cameras have a almost 3-to-1 bar ratio from your phone. At my hunting lease, my iPhone 11 has 1 bar of signal, but my camera has 4. So when you turn the camera on, you can see that it has 4 bars before I place it on the on switch and hang it on the tree. So it's incredibly more sensitive and powerful than your phones are. You can also set this to daily or instant. What does that mean? That means if I hit daily, it's going to upload the pictures it took once a day. If I place it on instant, I get an immediate notification that a deer, a hog, or a turkey has just been by the camera, and I can literally go straight to the application and look at those images. Um, a short story here, I wanted to tell you that when it comes to hog pictures, we definitely found how cool it was to target hogs with an immediate response time. I am 6 hours away from my lease, but one of my good friends lives near my lease. So one of the cool things is I got a notification that a hog was at my feeder. So I saw the hog image, and I immediately sent my friend a text message that said, "Hey, that black and white hog is back at my feeder. Would you like to go get him?" And he said, "Man, I'm on my way right now." So within 5 minutes of the notification that I had this black and white hog at my feeder, which I think I'm trying to find him here. Once I got there, he was able to get to the area, find the hogs eating from my feeder, and engage them with his rifle. How amazing is that, right? I'm 7 hours away. I got a notification through the HuntControl application to tell me that the hogs were there, and he was able to grab his rifle, get on his side by side, get to that area all within 5 minutes, and they were still there eating. That's a fantastic story. I'm hopeful that these stories can also help you pattern deer, help you get to where you get your trophy buck on camera, and you can absolutely time him and pattern him so that you'll know when and where to hunt. So this is all fantastic instant response time from that remote control configuration. I go to instant because I have a solar panel on my WiseEye camera. And so I want to just show you here, if I go to wiseeyetech.com, uh, they use really outstanding large antennas, dual antennas that come right out of the box, and they're metallic, so they're not plastic. These are really durable. You can change those out for longer, taller, more sensitive DBI antenna if the ones that come with the camera are not necessarily strong enough. So if you're in a really remote area down in the bottom of something, there is an opportunity for you to have bigger, better antennas to improve your capabilities here. I also wanted to point out that they have now a security box for your cameras, and they are available online here. And they have this solar panel. Let me tell you a little bit about the solar panel. The solar panel has a wire that connects it from the solar panel to the front of the battery. And critters like to chew on wires. So I found this out by accident, as a critter decided to chew on my wire. So what I did is I took that wire, put it in some flex hose, and mounted the solar panel above the camera, facing as much sun as possible. And since June of 2020, when I changed the batteries, I have not had to change the batteries again in my cameras because the solar panels are working unbelievably better than expected. So if I go back to the HuntControl and I look at the cameras, look at the battery percentage. That's from June. It has taken thousands of pictures since then, and both batteries are still at 100%. So my advice to you is buy the solar panel with the camera each and every time. You can literally pull the batteries out of your camera and let the solar panel run it. I would just always caution you to not leave your wire hanging low where a hog or some other type of ground dwelling creature can get on it and chew on it. I like to kind of protect these wires. They're not expensive, but for me, since it's a 6-hour drive to my lease, I think it's a good idea to have a wire on hand as a spare and to put the wires where most critters can't just get to it and chew it in two. Because I don't know, it must be coated in peanut oil. They love it, and I'm trying to keep it out of their mouths. So the camera, when you receive the camera from WiseEye, you will literally open it up, put batteries in it, put your SD card in it, and hang it on a tree and turn it on, and that is it. When you set up your HuntControl, there is a serial number at the top of the camera list where you will have to type in that number to set up your HuntControl configuration. Other than that, it is ready to go out of the box. There's not a lot of firmware updates. There's not a lot of problems. It's literally plug and play. Put your camera on the tree, get back to HuntControl, and watch the pictures roll in. I can add images manually. Like I said earlier in the video, how we talked about you can use any camera with HuntControl, and I mean that. You can pick a camera location and then upload all of the images to that camera. So all of this capability is smart with the cameras that WiseEye makes, but you can still utilize this capability with your manual or your other cheap cameras that you may use. If you're using a Reveal, or if you're using a Moultrie, or using a Spy Point, Lord help you. But if you're using any of those and they're capturing pictures, trust me, HuntControl can process them and automatically sort them, which is why I have a deer category full of deer. I have a hog category full of hogs. Everywhere I place a camera, the intelligence built in is showing me and automatically sorting it for me. So here is a Moultrie camera that I uploaded with a turkey on it. And here is, just to show you the sensitivity of HuntControl, we were just unloading from camp, in the spring to go turkey hunting, and one of my guests was carrying the turkey decoy, and the Wise-Eye camera thought that was a turkey, so it put it in the turkey category. Pretty amazing that just holding a decoy instantly reported a turkey. That's the intelligence built into the system. So let's get into some picture quality conversation as well. I'm going to pull up a nighttime picture here so you can see how amazing this quality really is. That is a really big hog, guys. And here is all your metadata time stamped at the bottom of your picture. So you've got coordinate locations, you've got current weather conditions, sunrise and sunset for your area because it is GPS located. Obviously, your battery strength right here. That's a really important factor. When I start seeing battery strengths drop, that means my wire is no longer connected to my solar panel, and it's immediate notification for me to go out there and replace the wire. Obviously, the temperature range, the date, and the time, including the moon phase, right there on your picture. And look at the quality of this image. That is a fantastic nighttime image. And let's go to a daytime image here. I think I have one here on a hog, so we can compare apples to apples. That hog has been coming into my feeder a lot lately, and I'm not too happy about it, but maybe we'll get a chance to get him. I'll try to jump to deer here. Maybe I got a really good deer picture. Here we go. Look at the image quality for a daytime image of this deer. I can even see her ribs through her skin. And this is a Wise-Eye feeder. I don't have this one turned on, but the Wise-Eye does make a smart feeder. And their smart feeders are intelligent enough to understand what's a deer, what's a hog, what's a turkey. And it's able to process that and sort it, or at least open doors or close doors based on the animals that are approved to feed from it. This is just an incredible amount of technology that's the Wise-Eye team has been working on. I am very impressed after running these cameras for approximately a year. It'll be a year, I think, next month that I've run these cameras, and they have been phenomenal. The best time, the activity charts, the remote control, and they have such a fantastic way to go. The future is bright because they can even do more to this HuntControl app than what you're seeing today. I also want to show you a couple of things. I've got about a 3 to 5%, which is a very small percent of pictures that aren't categorized right, whether the animal was running through and it's a bit fuzzy, kind of like this one right here. It classified it correctly, but this animal was moving, and the shutter speed on these cameras are, I think, 0.35 of a second. So they're really quick, but if the animal is cooking, the camera is not going to take a really clear picture, or maybe he's got some semi-obstruction, like he's kind of behind here and blurry. And if that's the case, if this were an other category, I'm just going to show you how to do that. So if you go to other and you pick an image, let's see, let's pick this image. This is a hog running away. So what I can do is I go up to filter here. I'm sorry, not filter, edit. I go to edit and I select the pictures that I want to change. So if I have a change of this one, this one, this one, this one, I've got thousands of pictures of hogs, so just about 15 to 30 of them isn't a big deal. If I grab a couple of them like this, I didn't mean to do that one, hang on, and hit this little checkbox, I'll come up here and change the camera or change the category. I'm just going to change the category to hog. Then if I go to hog, those new pictures will be in this area. So you can manually override any of the activity that it may misidentify just through random circumstances. But it's not that big a deal. And at some point in time, I'm going to take all of the pictures that I have at some point. I'm going to select them all, and I'm going to trash them. I can still do that. I just want you to know that you can do this at any point in time. You don't necessarily have to do it at the beginning of a season or at the end of a season. It's kind of up to you. Anytime, look at the quality image, the nighttime image of the infrared camera. You can see these hogs across the screen here. It's really clear picture. In addition, every day you'll get a number of images summary email from HuntControl. Really cool how you can look and see how things have been progressing at your camera from day to day via an email report. When I first started testing the camera, you'll see that I've got a spy point and the WiseEye on the same fence post. It was no comparison. Thousands of pictures of one uh, of the WiseEye sent to HuntControl with less than 8 sent from spy point to its website. So look at the daytime clarity of these images. You can see the cameras off to the right and the WiseEye feeder out in the field. Just an amazing experience for me to be able to test these cameras before they really went public. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy your WiseEye camera.